morning are going to be keep the fire north of the Reese's Crossing Road, keep the fire west of Pleasant Valley Road, keep the fire south of Sweetland Creek, and keep the fire east of the Yuba River. And now with the situational update, night operations.
Testing. Good morning. Thank you all for being here, coming to help us out with the incident. My name is Matt Wallen. I'm the local battalion chief for this area, and I have some pretty important information to pass on to you with regard to what took place yesterday. Starting in Division Alpha at the origin, we were able to get good hose lay and good holding line by hand line up into the the division break into what we identified as hotel last night about 2 a.m. There's a pond here for reference on the map where that break is going to be. Moving up into hotel, as we started that last night, we hit it pretty hard. I inserted 15 engines, 5 dozers, and about 5 hand crews. That the dozers kind of ran out of earth that they could push about halfway into hotel. Hand crews and engine companies with hose lays proceeded to the north, doing pretty good perimeter control, but it's pretty inaccessible and pretty steep. The northern half of hotel into Division Mike and around to about most of Division Papa is largely uncontrolled open open fire line. And that is due to inaccessibility into the river drainage itself. Very steep, very rocky, a lot of personnel hazards on the line itself. So please brief your crews on that. The fire activity on this portion of the fire last night was pretty insignificant, mainly rollout and progression upward. It's probably about 1,000 feet from the river bottom itself. I want you guys to have your heads on a swivel today for any kind of spot fire activity. When we start getting spots, you hear somebody reporting spots. That means if it's another part of the fire, but the conditions have cured enough that you're going to start seeing that activity in other areas. And our biggest concern is going to be across the canyon. So with the wind shifts and so forth, a heads up there. Division Papa, and this is held up into a predominant power line clearing road. But again, the access of the underslung line is going to be very difficult. A lot of hand crew hiking in footwork, long extended hose lays. We do have some pumping platforms set up and established in hotel and near drop point 10 on Division Papa. Continuing on around the fire, Division Romeo and Division X-ray were our least of our issues yesterday, but again, we're not going to turn our back on that. We do have about 50 to 75 feet of good mop-up depth, as well as dozer line and hand line on both of these divisions. So, but again, being assigned there does not mean that you're going to be complacent. I do expect down canyon wind shifts today. We do have a large contingency line put in about 3 to 4 dozer blades wide that is going out to the community of French Corral, kind of securing our back door in that event that we do get a sudden wind shift. And that's going to be about it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, good morning, folks. My name is Brian Macwood. I'm day ops for today, and I want to run through a quick roll call, please. Branch 1, Tom Browning. Here. Division Alpha, Smuts. Here. Division Hotel, Coos. Here. Division Mike, Moffitt. Here. Branch 5, Walton. Here. Division Papa Watkins.
Here.
Division Romeo Cunningham.
Here.
Division X-Ray Chapman.
Here.
Okay, very good, folks. Thank you very much. Okay, let's talk about our day operations. You got a good night brief. We'll run around the horn as well. Division Alpha is looking good. It really is. They've got good line established in there. What they don't have is the depth, okay? So we need to get our folks in there, get working, get depth built in depth. Make sure we've got validation of line, whether it's dozer or hand line, push through all the way through Alpha, through the break, and up in hotel. That is all looking fairly decent. Once you hit mid-hotel in here, that's where things change a little bit, okay? We've got to get down to that river bottom somehow. We had a little pre-brief this morning. They're engaged on that right now. Hotel's engaged on it, but just understand, we're going to be bird dogging that pretty hard to try to find a way to get down to that river bottom. As you move up through the branch up into Division Mike, all the way through Papa, coming down into Romeo. I'm going to tell you right now, we've had some fire history in this area, and we are today at critical mode. We got the next 24 hours to hopefully secure this in. If that fire jumps that Yuba River, we are going to have some significant issues. And I'll tell you right now, it's a decision point for the ops, what we're going to do with that. So a couple of things in there. Find access down to the river bottom if we can get it, okay? Secondly, I need to get some lookouts in there that make sure they're monitoring all that fire activity. And if we get something that pushes across the Yuba drainage in there, moves up into Yuba County, I need to know that immediately. If you can't get a hold of me, please get a hold of Air Attack or Helco. That's going to probably be up over the fire, okay? Again, moving over to Branch 5, running down in Division X-Ray. Again, it's looking good. But here's the bottom line. They had a hell of a firefight yesterday, okay? For the divisions and branches, I need you to get out there and please validate all the line that's established. Dozers were moving all over in there. Super crazy. We need to get that mapped into GIS so we can get that put on the map so we know exactly what we're dealing with, what lines that we have opened up today, okay? I want to talk about contingency. The contingency branch is going to be up on the Yuba side. They're going to be heavily engaged and they're opening up a whole bunch of lines in there. I'm pushing dozers over there. We're going to pre-treat some of that area over on that other side. Contingency branch has got a big job today with validation and what roads we can open, anticipating that fire coming across the drainage, okay? So those are the priorities today. I'll run through them one more time for you. Mid-hotel, Mike, Papa, mid-Romeo, contingency. That's where we're sitting. If you need any air support, we'll talk to Air Ops coming up next, but there we have that available for you. Please get on the horn. Have a super safe day. Stay engaged. Please keep the operational tempo high. Just understand that the divisions that are going out today are not the same as they were yesterday. So as you're doing transitions in camp and then you get out to the fire line, make sure you're tying in with the right divisions that were out there last night because they're going to be a little bit different. Call me. Have a safe day. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Before we get to air ops, we'd like to give the weather. The forecast for this afternoon is 88 to 94 degrees with 9 to 14% humidity. Tonight, they're looking to the temperature drop down to 63 to 68 degrees with a humidity recovery of 30 to 35%. We don't have a direct F-band analysis for you, but we haven't looked at the maps all last night. Mike, Papa, and a hotel where a lot of the activity is going to be. There's a lot of potential for swirling winds, so it's not going to be consistent. The only thing that's going to be consistent with your winds today is that they're inconsistent. So I think Chief Wallen said it had on a swivel for that. Now we'll go into our air ops plan. Sean Ryan.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Sean Ryan. I'm the Air Operations Branch Director. Today for the fire, we have one air attack and two S2s earlied up. The air attack will be over the fire as soon as he's able, hopefully launching around 0800. We also have a staff helico platform going to be requested around 0800. We have three Type 1 helicopters assigned, 2 Type 2s, and then an order for 2 additional Type 1s, 1 additional Type 2. We're setting up the Brownsville helibase in the community of Brownsville, so that should be coming online at some point during today's shift. If you have any aircraft requests or needs, go through your aerial supervision, either Air Attack or Helco. Don't go direct to Grass Valley or to the helibase. It should be routed through your aerial supervision. And we have the CDF TAC 22 is going to be your air to ground. We only have the one air to ground for this incident as of right now. So use it as needed. Use it sparingly. Be concise when you communicate with aerial supervision to make sure that there's room for everybody to communicate their needs. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Safety will be